Good morning, everybody. This may be the quickest groundbreaking in the history of Winston-Salem here, since I forgot my coat this morning. But this is a really, really special occasion as we continue to move forward with the development of the city and continue to move forward with kind of coming forth with the faith that the community put into the City of Winston-Salem when you approved the bonds 2 years ago. $139 million worth of capital expenditures, some of which are in our public safety area, and certainly this is one of the ones that we're excited about. As you know, we're developing a new system of police substations across the city, and this is number 3 here in the Southwest Ward with Councilmember Besse, and we're glad to be breaking ground on it today. The other bond projects, certainly you'll see all across the city, from the recreation to transportation improvements, public safety as we're doing here, housing, as well as economic development. So we're very appreciative to the citizens of Winston-Salem for their endorsement of what we're trying to do here in the city to make sure that we have adequate facilities to serve the needs of our citizens. I want to turn the program over right now to our council member from the Northeast Ward and Mayor Pro Tem, Vivian H. Burke.
Thank you. Good morning. It is a pleasure to be here, and I know whose ward I'm in, Mr. Besse.
Welcome.
All right. As the mayor said, please go and review what we're doing with your bond money. As taxpayers, we appreciate you for supporting the bond. This morning before I left home, a lady called me. She says, "What's happening over there at Bowen Park? They're tearing it up." I said, "They're going to put a comfort station there." She said, "What is a comfort station?" I said, "It's a place to make you comfortable. That's what it is." And I say, "Just look around. That's the bond money." And I said, "I'm on my way out to hear about another interesting bond project. To have these substations, it is indeed wonderful. And I'm going to do better than the mayor. I know it's cold out here, and I don't want to catch a cold, so I'm going to now just turn it over and tell all of you thank you for being out here on this day and continue to be citizens participating." Okay.
Introduce the council member from the Southwest Ward, Mr. Dan Besse, of course, who worked hard to find the right location for this with our city staff. So, Councilmember Besse.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Madam Mayor Pro Tem. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming out here today. I'll also be brief. I know that in addition to not wanting to be cold any longer than you have to, I see some folks shivering in just a jacket. We do have a lot of folks who are out of power this morning. I know that a lot of folks need to be away from the ceremony and back at work helping get that restored. But it is important to let the citizens who have approved trusting us with their funds that we are doing the things that they approved are doing with that money, including putting 3 police stations around the city to help ensure that our patrol officers spend less time in commuting and more time in the neighborhoods. And I want to thank the folks from the Ashford neighborhood who came out this morning to help support this project, and the other neighborhoods in the city as well who are in the Southwest Ward and elsewhere. This is the 3rd of the 3 groundbreakings for these facilities that we've had. I've been at the one on Walltown Street in an area where it's going to be a great help. Been at the one up in the North Ward on Northport Boulevard that's also going to help get officers to where they're needed faster in that area. And now here in the western part of the city, we're going to have this station here. We did work hard on finding a location that would work, that would have good access so that you didn't get held up coming to and from your place of work, gentlemen, ladies. It wasn't easy because there were some fits and starts and places that we looked at that didn't work out, but this one is going to work out. Thank you for coming out here today, and I believe the mayor is going to introduce our colleague from, yes, the Northwest Ward.
Certainly all of our city councils supportive of this project, and even it's not in their ward, but Jeff Macintosh is the council member from the Northwest Ward and also the Public Safety Committee as well. So Jeff, I'm going to turn it over to you for a few comments.
Thank you. In the spirit of the wind chill factor, I'm going to keep this really short. I just want to say that I know everybody on the Public Safety Committee is just really pleased that we can sort of bring the public safety effort closer to the public. And getting the stations out into the neighborhoods and into the areas, just we see that as a very big long-term benefit. And just want to say thank you to everybody who worked so hard on this, the bond committee, the neighborhoods. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Jeff. You mentioned the bond committee. When we went to the voters and asked your approval for these bonds, we said we're going to put together a citizens committee to oversee the expenditure of these bonds to make sure we're doing exactly what we said we're going to do. Are there any members of the bond committee here? Yeah, right there. Thank you very much for your hard work on that as well. They give us a report regularly on how we're doing. And let me just add my thanks to the neighborhoods for coming out and supporting this today. There are also business men and women from surrounding businesses that are here that are, I think, delighted, Chief, to have this facility in our community. Let me ask our wonderful police chief, Chief Barry Rountree, to say a couple of comments as well.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, and thank you all for being here. Again, this is a historic and a great moment for the Winston-Salem Police Department by opening this facility in this community, as we did with our District 1 and District 2 facilities. This facility will provide additional space for our police officers. You know, with our expanded programs that we're trying to do in the different communities, this facility will increase our presence in the communities. Those are some of the things that we like to do. Also, it will give the community that added sense of presence by having a police facility in this community. I also like to thank all the men and women of the Winston-Salem Police Department for what you do every day, all your hard work and dedication. I also like to thank our brothers from the fire department for being here today for this groundbreaking also. So again, thank you for the approval of this bond. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. And now, not to belabor things, I'll ask our speakers to come, and the city manager is here, Mr. Lee Garrity, joined us to break the ground.